Pleasant morning to everybody. Pleasant morning to everyone. I am hoping that everyone is having a wonderful day. Today, Monday, the 11th of March, 2024. I trust that everyone is having a wonderful Monday morning. I trust that your weekend went by well. I trust that you were able to get the rest that you needed. And for those persons who had to put in the extra work on the weekend, I trust that you were successful in doing so. Today is the 11th of March 2024, and we have a number of guests that are to be in studio. We have Traffic Talk at 8:30, and at 9 o'clock we have an interview with Team Nevis. Team Nevis that won the Leeward Islands debating competition not too long ago this year. Congratulations again to the team, and we're supposed to have them on Zoom at 9 a.m. this morning. I want to say a beautiful Monday again. Yesterday, I attended the Virtuals High School's Sports Day. I want to say congratulations to all the students, the teachers, everyone, the parents, everyone who came out and support. It was a good crowd. Those persons who work behind the scenes, the teachers and staff, of course, and to the athletes who participated and did a good job at the sports yesterday at the Virtuals High School. I look at some of the news articles this morning and looking at some of the regional news. We see that the United Nations remains deeply concerned about security situation in Haiti. Yes, our brothers and sisters in Haiti have been experiencing some very difficult times. If you look at the news as it relates to Haiti, there seems to be civil war happening in Haiti, social unrest, and just a few days ago, several days ago, there was inmates were released. There is the gang wars. There's a former police officer who is one of the now gang leaders who are leading the gangs in these areas. And we see here an article by the UN that UN remains deeply concerned about security situation in Haiti. It says, the United Nations says it remains deeply concerned by the rapidly deteriorating security situation in Haiti amid ongoing gang violence and police clashes in some parts of the capital, Port-au-Prince. UN spokesperson said Haitian National Police had been able to push back coordinated gang attacks on key infrastructure, including the national airport. This is a quote. It says, "We are, however, very worried about reports of gangs having breached and looted Port-au-Prince seaport, where operations have been at a standstill for days." So the UN chief reiterated his call on the government and all national stakeholders to agree on immediate steps to advance the political process that will lead to elections. He also reiterated the need for urgent international action, including immediate financial support for the multinational security support mission, which is desperately needed to tackle insecurity in Haiti. He also said that they had been invited to attend meetings organized by regional body, the Caribbean Community, CARICOM, on Monday in Kingston, Jamaica, aimed at bolstering support for the restoration of the democratic institutions in Haiti in the shortest possible amount of time. In a statement issued on Friday, the UN country team said that the gender-based violence protection and services have reduced or suspended for security and access reasons. They reported if the violence continues around the capital area, 3,000 pregnant women could be denied access to essential health care. On Thursday, the UN said that the World Food Programme and its partners managed to deliver food to over 7,000 people in Haiti. And it says the U.S. Department of State said on Friday that Secretary of State Blinken spoke to the Haitian Prime Minister on Friday to discuss ongoing political, security, and humanitarian crisis in Haiti. It says for more than a year, the United States has encouraged Prime Minister Henry and other key stakeholders in Haiti to reach a compromise that will end the ongoing political stalemate, said State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller. In the past weeks, the political crisis in Haiti, combined with the escalating violence and social and civil unrest, has created an untenable situation which threatens the country's citizens and security, he added. In his conversation with Prime Minister Henry, Miller said Blinken expressed the support for a proposal developed in partnership with CARICOM and Haitian stakeholders to expedite a political transition through the creation of a broad-based independent presidential college to steer the country towards the deployment of a multinational security support mission and free and fair elections. Yes, so that is the situation that is now, well, in Haiti for some time due to the assassination of the former President Moise in 2021. And since then, the Prime Minister has taken over, but there has not been any elections held in Haiti. And so we have uprising from persons within former police and also gang leaders uprising. There have been social unrest, and persons are calling for a date for the elections to be had for elections in Haiti. So, and based on the information that I gathered, the current Prime Minister is saying, we have to make sure that we first create an environment of security before we could have the election. But persons are saying that they want the elections. And so that is the situation that is happening right now in Haiti. CARICOM has also made its stance on the matter, and we see the UN now is still concerned about the situation in Haiti. Of course, we invite callers to call in during the time period to weigh in on their views as it relates to the matter at hand. So we have very serious issues happening right close to home, Haiti, next the island of Hispaniola. We have Dominican Republic just on the same island. We have Cuba up to the north, not too far from Haiti, and we have Jamaica just very close to the island of Hispaniola. And so it's happening here in our own Caribbean region. We see social unrest, civil wars, and we see, threats to democracy. It also says, if you look at an international, the PAHO calls for investment in women to transform Caribbean health sector. So the director of Pan American Health Organizations, Dr. Jabas Barbosa, has called for greater support for women leadership while strengthening the health workforce in Americas, including the Caribbean, especially the wake of the negative impacts of COVID-19 pandemic. She says, we cannot achieve universal health or reach the sustainable development goals without equity in health and gender equality in the health center. We have a call. Caller, you're live on Island T.
Hi, good morning, Azard.
Hi, good morning.
I just tuned in. I already heard your voice. Who else is in the studio so I can greet them good morning?
Well, it's me, Jamster.
Jamster.
Yes.
What? Kortensia, is it?
No, Kortensia is not here.
Okay. Yeah. Concerning the matter of Haiti, in which I have made my comments on from time to time.
Yes.
But I can understand the UN as an august body having its own opinion on the whole matter, and also CARICOM, which is very close to us as a region. But I does not. To be honest with you, I'm not trusting the United States and France. They are the ones who are really responsible for the morass that Haiti finds itself in. In terms of free and fair elections, the United States and France cannot be a part of that free and fair process. It was Mr. Aristide that was democratically elected. And it seems like when things was about to be stabilized in Haiti, and you know, the institutions was up and running, everything just went south again, as if it was designed for that way. So don't tell me that the United States and France going to be a part of the process now. It cannot be. It just cannot be that the United States and France going to be a part of the process. Oh, you're talking about free and fair election, and they have the wherewithal to influence election by pouring monies and pouring monies. We have seen it over and over and over again. Our sisters and brothers in Haiti deserve a better opportunity than that. After all, they were the first black republic in the world. And what? Because of that, you must, especially France, must want to set an example that they will never rise. There will never be a light or beacon for the rest of the regions, for the rest of the black regions, territories. Come on. United States and France, we're not accepting you as a part of the process. So you're the ones who in the initial stages of it has perpetrated such cruelty on our people because of their freedom. Come on. The United States got their independence from Britain. And so be it. And you did not find that Britain had the veracity, in spite of a war, had the veracity to place an embargo on the United States for them to not ascertain themselves as a nation and becoming what the United States has become to today. So why not? Why Haiti? Why Haiti? That's my view on the whole matter.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your opinion, caller. We have our next segment is Traffic Talk, and we have in studio Sergeant Henry next. And so we're going to take a short break. We'll get back to you and we'll continue our program.
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Delisle Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. Attention all drivers, I'm begging you to slow it down, down. Too many stunt drivers on the road, man. With the fire day, driver, what's your emergency? It's better late than never, so why all the hurry? Speeding is the main cause of plenty mishaps. The road is now a racetrack, threatening life and property, and all the result especially those who love to break traffic laws. I have seen what speed can do. Here I am to your rescue to help you to live. Just take this advice I give. I warn all drivers to take care of your passengers. Be careful on the road. Don't make it an episode. How much more tragedy we have to endure.
Good morning, and we are back. We're here in studio with Sergeant Henry. We have our segment Traffic Talk this morning. Sergeant, how are you doing this morning?
I'm fine, thank you. Azard, and how are you?
I'm not bad. I'm making the best of it and being thankful to have another day, under the sun.
That is so true. We have to thank God every day when we awake.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, I was just saying to Azard, it's so good to be alive, yes, and every day we wake up, we have to thank God for being alive.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so Sergeant, we have Traffic Talk again today, and the topic at hand is, you tell me, motorcycles?
Safety.
Motorcycle safety, yes. And so, what about motorcycle safety are we going to be speaking about?
We're going to talk about the safe use of using motorcycle, the appropriate gears to wear. And this song is so true. Mm-hmm. Be careful on the road. And they couldn't choose a better song for this. Road safety. Okay, Johnson says he was the one who chose it. So it couldn't be a better song. Mm-hmm. Yes. And as it said, this morning I'll be talking about motor safety. Mm-hmm. Motorcycle safety. Motorcycle safety is the study of the risk and danger of motorcycling and the approaches to mitigate that risk, focusing on motorcycle design, road design, and traffic rules. Mm-hmm. Riding, training, and cultural attitudes of motorcyclists and other road users. Riding a motorcycle on a road carries several times the risk of riding in a car, which themselves are more risky than public conveyance like buses and trains. The human factors of motorcycle crashes are roughly equal between rider behaviors and the action of drivers sharing the road. So this is saying that the way how some motorcycle ride on the cycle will contribute to accident and also other drivers who are sharing the road with them. For instance, we know that a motorcycle is a small vehicle, and most persons are not looking out for a small one, they're looking out for big vehicles. Sometimes you're coming out a junction, and a motorcycle is coming, but you're not focusing on the motorcycle, you're focusing to see if a car or a SUV is coming. Mm-hmm. And I know it happens several times. Because when person come out, they say, well, I didn't see the motorcycle, or the person drive up fast. But you're not looking for that, you're looking for a bigger vehicle. So when you're coming out of these areas, you have to be looking for anything. Because remember, even pedestrian falls on the traffic. Mm-hmm. Pedestrian use the road. Anything that uses the road is considered as traffic.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to see a motorcycle coming, that means a pedestrian could have come across the road. The same thing you'll hear is the pedestrian.
Mm-hmm. And we have a number of accidents involving motorcycle riders, and so it's very important to echo the need for persons to be vigilant, need for persons to exercise caution and care while driving. And
also have road courtesy. Mm-hmm. Some of us drivers do not have road courtesy. We drive like we are road hogs or bullies on the road. We don't care about other persons. Mm-hmm. And remember, everyone is sharing that road. It's a public road, it's not your yard you're driving in. So you have to look out for everybody and everything. For last year, as Azard was saying, yes, we had some accidents. Last year for 2023, we had 1,488 accidents overall. And out of that 488 accidents, there were 25 accidents involving motorcycles. We also had one fatality from motorcycle. So when you're driving or when you're riding a motorcycle, be careful. Yes, some people like to do stunts on them, but it's difficult for you to control that vehicle. Yes. Remember, it is difficult for you because you're not covered as a vehicle. You're open to anything.
And, you know, for someone who saw, you know, we've seen the pictures, we've seen the videos of persons who ride the motorcycle and there's a collision and the person's flung from the motorcycle, you know. It's very devastating. We see accidents, involving motor vehicles other than the motorcycle, where even though there's a collision, you know, unless it's turned over, most of the times, not all the times, of course you have fatalities, yes. But most of the times you see persons getting out, they got the scratch and stuff like that, but the impact, the difference when it's a motorcycle involved, you see that person being flung straight out of the seat, on the ground, in pain. And we caution persons, we tell persons, we encourage persons, you know, that they should wear the helmets.
Yes.
Because, I mean, hitting that ground without a helmet.
Yes. That's why one of the gears you must always wear, it's a helmet. Whether it's you or your pillion rider. Yeah. And most of the time when there are accidents and pillion riders are involved, they are the one who lose their life. Sometimes nothing happened to the driver of that cycle, but the pillion rider. And remember, it's an offense for not wearing the headgear.
Yes.
And that fine is $100. So both you and the pillion rider will be ticketed $100 for not wearing that.
Yes. Sergeant Henry, I know we're talking about vehicles as it relates to motor vehicle safety, but just a point that you could touch maybe later on is a question from someone that came in. It says, traffic was blocked up on Friday morning in all directions because a cement truck was filling cement at the mall on West Independence Square Street after 8 a.m. And person says, can you forward the question to the officer to ask why the trucks can't come after 10 a.m.? So maybe that's something you could touch after. I just put it out there. Yes.
Well, that is something I can't really say why they cannot come after. But sometimes when they ask to do these things, sometimes we tell them, you know, this is a busy time. If you could do it after 9 or whatever. So I don't know what happened in that situation. But, you know, sometimes 9 o'clock is when the place slow down. But between 7 and 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock, that's the busy
Very
period.
busy.
So I don't know what happened that thing. So I cannot speak on that.
Okay. So we continue with the motorcycle safety.
Yes. Motorcycle riders require more maneuvering skills and are more vulnerable, as I said, in a crash. Motorcycles are not easily seen, I reiterate again, seen as a car or truck because of their narrow profile. Other motorists, particularly those who don't ride a motorcycle, may not be looking for a motorcycle in traffic. And some of them will say, oh, riding a motorcycle is adventurous and it's exhilarating experience. However, the harsh reality is that a motorcycle riding can be very dangerous if proper precautions are not taken. So if you do not wear your helmet, God forbid, you don't know what's going to happen if you get in an accident. Sometimes it's best for you to have on your light, whether it's day or night, that other drivers can see that something is coming. and the appropriate clothing that you have to wear. Some people want to put on flip-flop. They want to put on short pants. But if you fall from the motorcycle, you're going to get bruised up. If you have on a long pant, it might not be so bad. But you might still get some, but it wouldn't be as bad if you have on a short one.
Yes. Very, very important points that you are making. Yes, we are ready for the calls, and we're told that there's a call. Caller, you're live on Island T.
Morning.
Hi, good morning.
Okay, let me turn the radio, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay. Sergeant, you say a lot of things there about his motorcycles. Where you are we not heard about them? They know, you know. They know. All the reckless drivers, them know what's going on. Where you have to just you catch them, penalize them, because when they were learning to drive, they took lessons so they know what they're supposed to do. How come they're going to practice the skill on the road to come better, to drive better? But they're going to practice the right thing. Penalize them. No, you mentioned something about concrete truck, delivering concrete and West Independence Space.
Mm-hmm.
No, not only that, you know, I believe heavy equipment should not be moving. I've been saying this a long, long time, and it's getting worse. They should not be moving on the island main road at certain times, like what we call the rush hour, between 6:30 and about 9 o'clock. You shouldn't have these trailers carrying these heavy equipment around the time. Y'all need to work on that there, because it'll be a problem sometimes traffic back up a mile, because these trailers and these the things they carry, something they're wider than they have on the road. And I believe when these things happening, they should seek permission from y'all, and then they should have an outrider to signal people. You see the modern there, you see in 1922. And things like that. So I think you are trying to do a good job. But last, we used to see a motorbike, police and motorbike. Wham, they don't ride motorbike no more. I know they get a lot of vehicles over the years, over the last 10 years or so. But then you don't see them patrolling. You don't know what they're doing with the government vehicles. So just keep me honest. I don't like you to answer them questions there. Make sure your best. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, caller, for your questions.
Thank
Officer?
You, yes. You spoke about the heavy equipment during the busy period. Well, I can carry that to the persons in charge and see how we can work with that. With the motorcycles or the motorcycle riders for the police, well, persons were transferred from the traffic department who used to ride the cycle, and then we had one on sick leave. So that's why you wasn't seeing nobody on cycle.
We have another caller. Caller, you're live on Traffic Talk, Island T.
Good morning.
Jam down?
Good morning, Sophia.
Good morning.
And good morning, Azard.
Good morning.
And Jamsto.
Yes.
Sophia.
Yes, Jam Dam.
I really losing the faith in the police and traffic in what's going on. Too much lawlessness. You hear where you come and telling us this Monday morning? Bike riders. You seen police on 4th Street, two of them together. And young boys without helmet, seeing vehicles coming up to 4th Street. And they're papa wheeling without helmet. And nobody doing them nothing. Where are the guns? The police force had a standard. No, I heard you. 2 young men up Monkey Hill, 2 camels. And the not police stand up there as yet and talk to them. It's policing. If I hear the young man cash ride coming to the radio, complaining right now the fellow doing quick. Now when I hear you got me to come and do, when somebody then, you gonna go up there? Man, avoid these kind of problems. Right now, we don't take something to water in the people just in the west. This is Jam talking, I gone.
Jam, good morning, yes. Don't lose faith in the police. Continue to work with us. The police need the public help. So continue to work with us. Don't give up on us, Jam Down.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So we're talking about. We thank you, Jam Down, for that call. We thank you that you're able to express your opinion and your view on the program this morning and your concern as well. We continue with the information. Okay, we have another caller.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yesterday I saw a guy in a heavy helmet on a scooter.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't know where that's sound. And I said to him, wow, I'd love to see your helmet. And he said to me, boy, the police tell me about your helmet. I said, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Because I explained to him, I said, look, do you know, when you are hit, the first thing to hit is your head? He said, yes. The police tell me that too. And I want to thank the police for talking to these young men and trying to save their lives. I mean, people don't say other things, but y'all sometimes don't do good because he tell me, why the police tell me wear a helmet. And it's a good helmet. And I tell him, look, make sure when you put it on, pin it up. Don't just put it on so, because when you hit, they just come out.
Yeah.
And next thing again, I want to say this. Are you there?
Yes, we're here. We're listening to you.
I saw a picture on the TV, and where a big vehicle turned over was a woman driving. The vehicle turned right over on top, and someone went to assist the driver. But she was upside down, and they're afraid to release her because they're afraid to drop and damage herself more. So two other people come and help her. And you know what? When they take out the woman stand up and start to talk. She had no scratch, nothing. The seatbelt saved her. And a lot of people are going bad with Miss Rose when she tell them to wear the helmet and to put on the seatbelt. And she summons them, they're going bad. But seatbelt and helmet save lives.
So true.
One more thing I want to say. I noticed down Rosemary Lane, it's a one-way, I think, and cars to come down and stay in the middle of the road and block up the traffic, and they don't care. They come out and they go where they want, and you got 4 or 5 cars behind them. Some of the cars are blowing up to Saturday night at sight. 2 cars behind a white car. The people in the car, and they wouldn't budge to move out the way, and they could move because of space there. And I think the traffic department need to look into these things because people is too willful. Thank you.
Thank you, Carla.
Thank you.
Thanks for your information. I'm glad when the public talk about things that the police said, because they think sometimes the police is just coming and talking because we can talk, but we look out for everybody's safety. Not just for our colleagues, we look out for the citizen safety as well. So that's why we come here every month and we educate persons. Yes, people can say, oh, you shouldn't be coming every day and talking to them. Yes, educate them. Because something good will come out eventually. Yes, some gonna go, as some people say, some will fall through the cracks, but some gonna hear when we talk. And I want to thank you, Carla.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Carl. Mm-hmm. Carla, you're live on Island T.
Good morning, and
Yes.
peace to all. I just want to remind the general public that the first duty of police is the protection of life and property. And therefore, they should see the police as a friend. Doesn't matter what it is. I know over the years, some person might see the police as the enemy, but contrary to that, the police inform you of the law and also let you know the consequence. However, I must say, the situation at hand is nothing. The show Miss Henry will let you know. There are many persons who used to do the same wheelie, lost a limb, have mostly all the bones in the body broken, still in the body, and unfortunately, lost lives. And this conversation we're having now was then. So all I'm saying is that we just have to continue. It's not everybody who are not hearing and not following, but there will always be some who do it. But up to yesterday, I think it was, I was passing and see a group of cyclists passing and doing a lot of stuff. They could ask police for permission if it could be done and find a time to do their stunts because, you know, there are games for those kind of things and who knows, maybe our persons could become good at it and, you know, it could entertain. But we have to be in a safe environment. Just like how the law says motor vehicles are not for racing on the roads, they have to find a designated area. Just like how they had the racetrack in Nevis. Motorcyclists would have an area to do their stunt, but of course, you have to get their permission from the authorities to do so. The other thing that I would like to mention, though, is that it used to happen when these heavy equipment vehicles moving around, as someone mentioned, you used to have either from the company or from the police used to ride ahead to notify persons. I'm not sure what happened, but I think that could be something done. Another thing, it mentioned before, when work has been done, like somebody said, it could be different timings, but at least when work has been done, a road going to be closed, at least the police, those persons, I prefer the police. I'm not going to say it and your why, but I know the police should know. Certain things could happen if the police are not in control of certain things. At least ahead, side, 100 meters, 200 meters, 50 meters, road work or road closed. So persons don't just drive down over them, oh wow, the road closed, I don't know how to try to maneuver. Because as it was said some time ago, it is not persons from here only who uses our roads. So therefore, proper signage, proper notice, and warnings should be given. But all in all, good job officers, good job police force. God bless our police officers. And I want to say one more time before we go. The primary duty for the active officer who is there, of the police officer, is the protection of life and the property. If the police have that primary duty, why cannot everyone have the primary duty to protect themselves? God bless you all. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Carlo, for your contribution. Thank you for giving of your opinion on the matter. Thank you so much. Yes. So we are talking about road safety on a whole and specifically the motorcycle. Yes. So we don't have any more calls at this point. If perhaps you could, if there are any, we have about 4 minutes before we conclude.
Taking your hands off your bike lessen your control more than taking your hand off the steering wheel of your car. Not only is steering compromised, but so is braking, accelerating, and shifting. It's just a bad idea. So persons, they say, yes, oh, I'm doing a stunt, I'm taking my hand off, I'll just ride with one hand. When time for you to control that vehicle, it is difficult. Yes, someone could be in a vehicle and, okay, I'm not holding the steering wheel, but it is much difficult for a motorcycle rider than someone who is driving a vehicle. So those who are riding motorcycle, please adhere to these. Because God forbid, we don't know what's going to happen or what. It's not you alone. Remember, you have persons using the road. You have other road users. It's not the cyclists alone. You have pedestrians walking across the road. You have persons in vehicle. You could be thrown from your vehicle, from the cycle onto somebody's vehicle. And we don't know what. And that person in that vehicle could lose control of that. You might have 2 fatalities. So be careful when you're riding these cycles. Yes, we want to show off, but we don't know what's going to happen. And remember, some of you like to tailgate. Tailgating is an offense. You have to leave room between you and the other vehicle. Because, for instance, if that person has to stop sudden, you don't know what will happen to you. So tailgating is an offense.
Okay. So, indeed, it is important that, all road users exercise care and caution Those go to those persons who are driving vehicles,
And
also those persons who walk as well, because they use the road. Those persons are road users as well, the pedestrians. And so you have to be very careful. You have to be very alert, and not to do things that would put yourself at risk as well, because sometimes you see them crossing the road at odd hours, at odd times, especially when there is a traffic light in service at a particular time. Yeah. So we want to say thank you so much, officer. Thank you so much, Sergeant, for being here this morning and to share your information and to share, safety tips as it relates to motorcyclists, those persons who drive motorbikes on the road. Thank you.
Thank you, callers.
Thank you, callers. As yes, you have been wonderful. You have been engaging, and we thank you so much for keeping the program going like you do every morning. Thank you so much.
When it comes to the important things in life, your health, your education, your choice of a life partner, and of course your insurance provider, only the best will do. Caribbean Alliance Insurance is the only insurance company in the Eastern Caribbean with an A excellent rating. We have a robust 3-tier reinsurance strategy that protects our policyholders from multiple catastrophes, even if they occur in quick succession. We spread our risks over 18 territories, ensuring minimal impact to individual territories when a disaster strikes. We provide an excellent claims experience. Claim settlement is usually between 24 to 48 hours. Our A excellent rating means that you are more secure with us. Contact us for motor, property, marine, public liability, employer's liability, and other policies. Dalil Walwyn, people you can trust. Local agent for Caribbean Alliance Insurance. Tomorrow secured.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
The Kim Collins Athletic Stadium and the Nevis Athletic Stadium will be energized by SKN's top athletes for the 2024 TVC Track and Field Inter-School Championship. Be a part of the historic multi-city event when SKN Athletics bring you 4 days of track and field on Thursday, March 14th and Friday, March 15th at the Kim Collins Athletic Stadium, and Saturday, March 16th and Sunday, March 17th at the Nevis Athletic Stadium. Saturday tickets are $30 preferred seated, $15 for adults on the ground, and $10 for children on the ground. Sunday tickets are $40 preferred seated, $20 for adults on the ground, and $15 for children on the ground. Tickets are available at City Drugstore Nevis and Digicel St. Kitts. It's energy, energy, energy for the 2024 TDC Track and Field Inter-School Championships. March 14th to March 17th at the Kim Collins Athletic Stadium and the Nevis Athletic Stadium. Sponsored by TDC, the Department of Sports St. Kitts, and the Department of Sports Nevis. Energy!
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Just awaiting the LIDC champions, the Nevis team. We have already someone here from the Nevis team. Good morning. Can you hear me? Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Come closer to the mic. Yes. Hey, good morning. Can you hear me now? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, you could hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm well. I'm well. You think you could increase the volume on your mic from that end and get closer to the mic?
Move forward a bit.
Yes. So so
Can you hear me?
yes, I could hear you. Could hear you well.
Okay.
Yes, I could hear you. Yes. So tell us about you. You're one of the debaters from Nevis, right?
Yes, I'm the president, TVC Stanley.
Yes. So tell us about the competition. Nevis won the competition. You guys debated every day, didn't you? You debated the Friday, the Saturday, and the Sunday.
Yes, I'm also here with the rest of the debaters who debated on those days as well.
Awesome, awesome. Yes. So, if the others could introduce themselves at this time, that would be great.
Good morning. I'm Michaela Maynard. I debated in the finals.
Wonderful.
Hello, I'm Keilana Parry. I debated first night, second speaker.
Hi, I'm Rishikesh Srinivasan. I debated on the first night, first speaker.
Hello, good morning. I am Jaron Webb, and I'm the second speaker for the finals debate alongside Michaela.
That's all.
Okay, wonderful. So let's say no. So Team Nevis, you guys, how was the preparation participating in the 52nd Leeward Islands debate competition? You guys, it's going to be held in St. Kitts, and you're coming over from Nevis. How was the preparation? How were you feeling?
Well, we were feeling very confident, very excited to partake. You know, it has been quite a while since Nevis participated, and so we definitely prepared a lot, going sometimes up to midnight in preparations.
Wonderful. In fact, I must commend all of you. I thought while looking at the competition that you guys had a good grasp of your script in the sense that you could tell via eye contact that you guys were really in tune with your script. So it really showed.
Yes, thank you.
No problem. So the first day, which is a Friday, you go up against Montserrat, correct?
Yes, we did.
How did that make you feel? What were you thinking at that point in time? Because the Friday is the first out of the gates. If you do not win, you do not advance. And you have said that it had been a time since Nevis participated. What was on your mind? Could you also indicate what the mood was for that debate, and the debaters for that debate, and how did the debaters feel?
All right, the mood for the very first debate was higher education institutions should ban the use of artificial intelligence in academic discourse. The two debaters for that were myself, Rishikesh, and Keilana. How it was going into it, as you said, it was the first night and we were the first speakers. I think I can speak for both of us. We were nervous, but also very confident. We had prepared long and hard. I think in the middle, we started praying a bit as well. So definitely anxious, but in the end, we knew we'd win. So it was all good.
And you guys oppose or propose?
We were proposing the moot.
Let me ask a question, because oftentimes you debate and you have to, when you propose or oppose, you do that and you do it convincingly. Let me ask you, was that perhaps your personal view on the matter, or your personal view differed from what you supported on the platform? Yes.
I must say, before researching the topic, I was opposing what I believed AI should be used in higher education.
Mm-hmm.
But after reading and going through a lot of information and material, I started to believe that AI should not be used in higher education. It's going to be very hard to enforce, but at least you should not use it within academic discourse. Definitely dissipates a lot of critical skills necessary for students.
And the AI is something that is recent, and all of you are in school right now. At the time when I was in school at sixth form, AI was not even in contemplation. Has it really affected your school life in any way? And if so, how?
I think that it has definitely affected our school life because this boom of AI came around during COVID when everyone had to be quarantined, go home online studying and such. So they become very dependent on AI. And I've seen it among a lot of my peers that they've been using AI to finish essays, their IAs, a lot of things like that. And I really feel like it's taking a hit on their critical thinking.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Yes, it really has, because even when I use it a little in terms of it could really generate a whole essay just by using some keywords, and it's perhaps very difficult for lecturers and teachers to know the difference unless you know the student already and their writing style.
Yeah.
So you guys were victorious, and we had the best speaker coming out of Team Nevis on that day. So congratulations. I think it's the young man, correct?
Yes.
Pronounce your name again, please.
Rishikesh.
Yes, Rishikesh. So congratulations on being a judge, the best speaker for the debate on that day. And so you guys advanced, you beat Montserrat, and now the second night, or the second day, which is a Saturday, you go up against Team St. Martin, was it?
Yes, it was Team St. Martin.
Yes. Okay, so the speakers for that team, how were you feeling? I mean, you're in the semifinals, not yet in the finals. If you lose, that's it. That's really it. And the other debaters, your teammates, you don't get a chance to debate. So how were you feeling on that day, on the Saturday?
We definitely felt a lot of pressure. Like you said, it was dependent on us for us to go to the final. And I definitely feel like we worked hard to get through all the rounds. So it was definitely a lot of pressure. But however, we were feeling confident because we did all that we could in preparation.
Yes. So let me ask you, and again, the mood for that day. One of the debaters for the audience to be able to be a part of the conversation. What was the mood for that day?
The Caribbean region is adequately prepared to respond to future pandemics and health crises.
Mm-hmm. And Team Nevis opposed or proposed?
We were proposing.
Okay,
proposing.
So you propose again. And
yes.
Let me ask the question again. Those persons who debated and proposed, was that your personal feeling as relates to the debate?
Well, at first, I was opposing the move personally, but then after research, I realized how much work the region has done in ensuring that they were prepared. And the keyword is adequately. So I guess I would say the region is adequately prepared.
I see. Yes. And the best speaker for that debate went to Team Nevis again?
Yes. Tiana Williams.
Yes. So congratulations, Miss Williams.
Thank you.
No problem. And you guys, you beat St. Martin, and now you go into the final night, and it's Team St. Kitts, and it's the finals. You against your sister island. How were you feeling at that point in time?
Well, I was the first speaker in that debate, and I was already feeling a lot of pressure because it is the finals and this is what everyone has been working towards. And, you don't want to get to the finals and lose. So there was a lot of pressure, but we kept a positive team spirit. And we always talked about when we win. And so going in, knowing that we had the support of all of our team and our island behind us, it made a big difference.
Mm-hmm. And the mood, I know that mood was a very interesting mood, especially recognizing that you have International Women's Day, which would have been the week after. And it was about the feminist movement and whether or not it was an attack on men rather than equality of women. And so I think you guys opposed that one, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
So let me ask you, was that your personal view on the matter?
I agree with with my other teammates that originally I viewed it as an attack on men, and I thought it would be difficult to debate. But after you do research and you realize that the individuals who are attacking men and focus on that are not really the heart of feminism.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm gathering is that many times, very often, especially in this experience, many of you were initially against the position that you had to debate. So, and then after doing the research, you were convinced that yes, this is the I'm proposing, and I'm also in support as well, having done the research.
Yes, and that was able to help us and motivate us to want to convince the audience and convince the judges, just like we were convinced.
Well, you guys did a fantastic job convincing the judges, because at the end of every debate, and you guys debated 3 times and won each of them very convincingly. If you look at the separation of points in each debate, Nevis really won every debate convincingly so. And so I want to congratulate all of you for the fantastic job that you did. Of course, your teachers, your parents who continue to support you guys, because, you know, it had to have been that whole collective approach in the being successful. And also looking at the support that Team Nevis received from supporters in Nevis, I thought that was really, really phenomenal. You look at the audience, and you had more persons in the room from Nevis than you had from St. Kitts. So kudos to all of those persons who supported you as well.
Yes, it was definitely a team effort. I think all the support made it way easier.
Mm-hmm. So I am interested to know what are some of your goals, your aspirations. We have 6 intelligent, well-spoken individuals who definitely know how to prepare, and who show through their debating skills a level of preparation and discipline. What are your goals in terms of careers in the future?
Okay, I'm Jaren, and I am an aspiring lawyer, and also I have a keen interest in track and field, mainly the sprint races. And so I felt that participating in a competition like LIDC and being a part of the Literary and Debating Society would help me build my public speaking skills and just confidence in speaking in front of a crowd. I found that the experience was very informative and very fun, to be honest. But I feel like it's helped me, and it is helping me to speak in that crowded setting where I am looking at a lot of people while saying something, while speaking, while being the only one up essentially on stage and telling a crowd something. It's helping me a lot.
Yeah, wonderful. It really does. And as an aspiring lawyer, indeed, it gives you the opportunity to hone your public speaking skills, because oftentimes you have to think on your feet, especially when you're in court, if you're an advocate, and there are going to be persons in court as well. You know, you present before magistrate or judge, and so that is important. So kudos in that. And I mean, if you perform as an athlete, there are going to be persons there too, and oftentimes you have to discuss matters. They have interviews after that, especially when you're successful. So others, could you share your career path and concerns?
Well, also like Jaron, I also want to be a lawyer, prosecutor for the state, criminal law, criminal justice. Oh, my name is Duris, by the way.
Yes.
I want to be a lawyer.
Yes. Awesome. Wonderful. I see 2 lawyers so far. Okay. What about the others?
Hello, I'm Kaylana. I'm the first night speaker, the second speaker. My aspiration is to be in the field of computer science, ironically enough, with my debate topic and all. Thank you.
Yes, wonderful. Computer science, that's wonderful. Others?
My name is Rishi and Rishikesh, and I want to be a chemical engineer in the future.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Go ahead. The other.
Michaela, I'm not 100% sure about what I want to do, but I do enjoy working with children. So I'm exploring like child psychology, sociology, those kind of fields.
Okay, wonderful. We have different views and different careers. That's good. I think we have one more person, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
My name is Tiana Williams.
Yes.
I want to be a software developer.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So I want to say congratulations to all of you. I know we have a very few time, so I want to say, continue doing what you're doing, continue being inspirations, even from this debate, and not this debate, this interview, and interacting with all of you via the Zoom and the way in which you answer the questions. I find that you guys are very intelligent young people, and I want to encourage you to, take St. Kitts and Nevis further and to continue to be role models in your respective fields, and to do your best to pursue your dreams and aspirations.
Thank you. Can I have a moment to thank our sponsors?
That's fine.
Possible?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Okay, first I have to start with our platinum sponsors. We have Morton Robinson LP, National Bank, Nevis Multi-Line Services, Four Seasons, the Nevis Island Administration, and our gold sponsors, the Honorable Mark Brantley, Joseph Rowe, Attorney at Law, the Bank of Nevis, the Nevis Credit Union, Corporate Credit Union, Montserrat Antilles Plastic Limited, National Insurance, our silver donations, Claxton Shipping, International Merchant Bank, our bronze sponsors, Carlton DuPont, Giselle Clark-Theron, Miss Kaylee Nisbet, The Finished Touch, Miss Janisha Daniel, Golden Rock Hotel, Miss Petal Parry, Miss Janice Daniel Hodge, Mr. Samuel Richardson, Nevlek, Miss Vernice Blackett, Hamron Services, and Ex-Petrol Gas Station. Thank you all to our sponsors.
No problem. And I want to say again, wonderful young people. And I want to say, kudos, all the best in your future endeavors. Continue to be positive and continue to make your country, your parents, your federation, your peers proud. Okay? All the best. Thank you so much. And congratulations again. That was Team Nevis from the LIDC, the 52nd competition, and the champions from that competition. Very well-spoken young people, very determined, and I see why they won. Of course, we saw why they won. So congratulations again.
Thank you.
No problem. Yes. So we just had an interview with the Team Nevis, the champions for the LIDC competition, and just engaging with them, you could see that they are very intelligent young people, and they're able to articulate their points and their views in such a clear way. And I want to again say congratulations to them and everyone who worked with them to ensure that they were successful in the debate. In fact, I like to say that the Federation won the Leeward Islands debating competition because we had both sister islands in the finals, St. Kitts and Nevis. St. Kitts placing first runner-up and Nevis being the champions. And of course, from St. Kitts and Nevis, that's a win for all of us. And our young people continue to be shining examples. Of course, they are often seeing young people. We're often seeing, the ills of young people. But these are examples of young people who are doing extremely well. And from the interview, you see that they are focused in becoming professionals in various fields. We had lawyers, we had software, and we had chemical engineer. We had so many different fields, and these are going to be fields that are going to be very important for the advancement of our Federation, St. Kitts and Nevis, our region, and also internationally. At this point, I like us, I mean, if we have no calls at this point in time, just to take a short break and get back to the program. We'll take a short break and get back to the program, Island T. Thank you so much, guys, for everyone who is listening.
Company Limited, where you get more coverage for less.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib. It's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
And we're back to Island T. Yes, and we have had in the news as well, in terms of the CARICOM, persons have been speaking on the matter as it relates to CARICOM. Last week, we were talking about the move that CARICOM is making in place right now is that CARICOM nationals, when they come into the country, there's a 6-month period. Since the last CARICOM summit, discussions and moves have been made to remove that 6-month period of stay. And so we've heard from different countries through the media, positions. We've heard from a position in Barbados, we've heard Antigua and Barbuda, Bermuda, and during the Prime Minister's roundtable discussion, journalists asked him the question. There's a clip here, and we're going to have it played. Yeah. There's a clip here. We're going to have it played. And when to those persons who listen the clip, yes, when persons who listen the clip, how do you find that the Prime Minister's response was? Do you feel that it was a good response? Do you feel that we're going in the right direction? Your views on the matter and the response by the Prime Minister to the journalists on the question asked. So we could have it played. So it's the clip. Okay. So yeah. So okay. You have it? Yeah, he's playing. Don't worry, he's loading up. Okay. You can talk so long until when you start. So clip is about to be played. Is a clip where journalist Mr. Cornelius asks the Prime Minister, Dr. Drew, St. and Nevis' stance as it relates to the matter, the CARICOM discussion as it relates to free movement of individuals. And of course, this has been something that a number of persons have been talking about. We've heard views expressed by citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis, and at the round table a question was asked and the Prime Minister gave his response as it relates to it. Okay, so yes, so we have again and as we await the playing of the clip, we ask you to take note of it and to give us your point of view as it relates to what has been said, what has been expressed by the Prime Minister. So we have the clip now, yes.
Service to the people of the issue of full free movement of CARICOM nationals. We've seen media reports regarding Antigua and Barbuda's position, Bermuda, Barbados. What is St. Kitts and Nevis' position on the full free movement of CARICOM nationals?
Mm-hmm. Right. So I want to say that, of course, is a discussion that was held. But St. Kitts and Nevis' position is that we have been, anything we do will be in the best strategic interest of St. Kitts and Nevis. Let me put that forward. Nothing we will do we will do to the detriment of St. Kitts and Nevis. Whether it's on the migration issue, in terms of Haiti, as you asked, or whether it's on the issue of free movement. So St. Kitts and Nevis' position is, we are obviously asking for more data, more information. How will this be implemented? Bring our own issues forward, or will this affect St. Kitts and Nevis? Those are the discussions going on. But in principle, you would want to say integrated region. However, it has to be done in a way where each country will see better and not be at in a worse position, so to put it, or in a position where the citizens are not convinced that it's to the benefit for their country. And therefore, we are looking at it closely and we are monitoring it. But to say that St. Kitts and Nevis is still a part of the process, but we will be a responsible partner in all of it. But we are making sure that nothing that is done will be to the detriment of our country, and by extension, to the detriment of the region.
That was the response given by the Prime Minister as relates to CARICOM and the free movement of individuals. Previously, the CARICOM nationals were given a 6 months stay, but the proposal, as it seems, is that that would be eradicated, taken away, and so more information. And if there are callers, you could weigh in on the view, listening to it and how the Prime Minister answered at first. He said that they are still looking for information from it. So it seemed to me, based on that statement that he made, that he himself is looking for more information as it relates to CARICOM's proposal on the matter. So it seems like we have CARICOM making suggestions to states, and states are still to get information as to what is going to be taking place. But then we hear from other countries, the leaders from other countries that seem to have a stronger position or seem to know more that what is going on. Okay, we have a caller. Caller, you're live on Island T.
Morning, IT.
Morning.
Okay, we the debate. We want to say congrats to the winners, and those who didn't win, we want to say better luck next time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the 6 months matter with the free movement of people. What the 6 months? What we do? It you moved, and one can say definitely what's the situation with it.
And that is what we're asking for. The what is the position, and are we to garner from it? Because as you look at it, there are persons who have. It has been reported through media from different articles, but we have not. Even when the question was asked, I don't think that even our leaders have presented to us what the position is. Hello?
Yes, I'm still alive.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm saying we are still waiting from our leaders who attended the delegation to say exactly what it is had been proposed clearly. Again, we hear of it through other media agencies regionally. I first heard of it when I read an article published by Loop Caribbean News, which spoke to Antigua and Barbuda's position on it. I then read on it when I heard from Loop Caribbean again as Bermuda's position on it. But to say I have not seen directly any other articles in relation to it, it could just be me, and that's why I'm asking if persons have seen or have garnered more information as relates to CARICOM and in your position. And when the Prime Minister was asked the question, if you listen to the first line that he gave, he said he himself, if I don't want to be mistaken, I think it appears that they themselves seem to be looking to see what is going to be proposed.
Okay, concerning the 6 months.
Yeah, but the only thing is they set a timeline for March 31st, which is relatively short. And if you're still working out information as to what is going to happen, why set a timeline so close? So that's a question. I don't know. More information could be given.
Probably in the month of March. Okay. We noticed the question posed to the Honorable Prime Minister. And he said that he will do nothing to the detriment of Team Nevis, and he even went on to say nothing to the detriment of CARICOM. We listen to it, and he said, "But which side? That means the detriment of neither Team Nevis nor other."
Mm-hmm. It seems to me then from the response that it's still unclear as to what and how this approach would be taken.
Yeah.
The approach seems still unclear.
It needs to be clear. We as a citizen of Team Nevis, we already stated very clearly our concern with the economic scheme of things. The money, the dollar value in different places differ, and we hope that they consider that going forward,
Mm-hmm.
It is not clear the playing field is not level, yeah? Because if money is sent out, it's just not level. Our dollar value, the issue dollar value is different too. There's a different value in other places, and not here. It's just not here.
Yes.
We can take right on the line. We want to pick up teacher Clyde. What's his name? Clyde. I can't remember his name. At Washington, at the high school year. Thanks for the conversation about cleanliness this morning. Clyde James. Thanks for the conversation. We were reminiscing on times gone where cleanliness was the order of the day. People sweep their yard and extend it to the streets and etc. But that has changed so much. And we now have this nastiness crisis. Thanks for the conversation, Brian.
Yes. Thank you so
much.
much.
Situation getting there. Blessed love. Thanks for taking our call.
No problem. Thank you so much as well. Thank you for contributing. and giving to the program. Yes. So we're going to take a short break and we're going to get back.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Are you looking for a new dining experience to whet your appetite? Explore the flavors of the world at Pangea Multi-Cuisine Kitchen and Lounge. Our menu features Latin, Chinese, Mexican, and Indian cuisine with a local twist. The cozy and elegant ambiance provides the perfect backdrop for an unforgettable dining experience. Whether you're in the mood for a romantic night out, a family dinner, or a business lunch, our restaurant is the perfect place to discover new tastes and enjoy a delicious meal. Book your table at Pangea Multi-Cuisine Kitchen and Lounge today by calling us at 465-9100 or visit our website at ktcsvdm.com and our Facebook page at Pangea by KTCS Limited. We are located in the heart of Port Sante, Bastille, St. Kitts. Come and explore the flavors of the world.
Fruta, taste the real Fruta, enjoy the real Fruta, refreshing juice of every day. Whoa, Fruta, drink the real Fruta, your favorite real Fruta, the natural taste is Fruta. Fruta.
Your favorite fruit has got a new skin with real juice within. Drink the real Fruta. Enjoy the real joy.
Taste the real Fruta, enjoy the real Fruta, refreshing juice of every day is Fruta.
Fruta, juiced right.
So from Loop Caribbean News just an hour ago, this article was posted and it says, Bahamas restates position regarding removement of CARICOM citizens. And it says, the Bahamas government has reiterated, okay, we have a caller. Caller, you're live on Island T.
Greetings, brother.
Greetings,
Azard.
yes.
You're rascal lunches.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, you know, what I'm saying is that when we don't know our history, that's what confuses us. Because, you know, reading information in terms of our people and what we went through, right? Our people was leaving this country from, say, even before 1900 up to, say, 1952 when we got adult suffrage, when we started to vote. Our people was leaving this country because they had no economic power. They owned nothing. There wasn't even human beings. So the main purpose was to migrate to other countries like Cuba, the Dominican Republic, the United States, you know, anywhere they could go to get a better life. Because that is the historical information, because the plantocracy in this country, you understand, treated our people real bad. Not only here, but throughout the whole, I'm going to just deal with the Leeward Islands, because I don't know if you know, Sinkers was the main hub for people going to Santo Domingo to cut sugar cane, you know. So because this was the last port towards Santo Domingo. So they came from Antigua, they came from Montserrat, they came from Dominica, you understand, to travel to Santo Domingo to cut cane because they had a higher wage. our people, what you think the Portuguese rebellion and the Buckley's uprising, a 40-year period from the Buckley's uprising and the Portuguese rebellion was a 40-year period, from 1896 to about
So, Raskolonji,
1935.
you're saying all this, and I could assume where you're going with it, but you're saying all this to say.
I'm saying all this to that our people have been moving around these areas for centuries. It's nothing new. But what I'm saying to you is that why the people should be against free movement. When we came here on free movement, we ain't even had no decision in the matter. Our people was brought here in slave ships beyond their will.
Being brought here during slavery against your will, is that really free movement though? In the same
It has to be free movement because the authorities had the power to move us anywhere they want. For instance, you had slave masters here who had slave plantations in Jamaica, who had them in Barbados. So what they will do if they want to sell a slave, if I want to sell a slave, say, to somebody in Barbados, I just sell him to the master in Barbados.
So you're equating the movement of slaves to the Caribbean to free movement of people in the Caribbean? You putting them on.
It was free movement. We couldn't determine where we're going. We had no say in the matter.
But
I'm saying all that. You see, history is important.
But
I'm
but
saying
Ras,
that to say this.
Ras, before you continue, what is free movement to you?
Free movement to us, to me, right? For instance, I live in the United States for the better part of my life. You could go to any state in the United States, right? So what happened to we, who was oppressed, who suffered the same conditions everywhere? We are the same people, we are a nation, But what happened is that
I'm still trying to see how you could equate free movement to transportation of African slaves from Africa to the Caribbean.
Okay, but the point I'm making, the power is that they had the power to move us anywhere they wanted.
But in free
That we
movement,
have political power. We don't want to unite with each other.
with free movement, with Africans, it was against their will.
Exactly.
With free movement, it would be persons actively moving in their will to the countries.
Yeah, but aren't we the same people?
I mean, they are going to be different people. You're making it. When you said the same people, what you mean? I mean, not assume.
We're Africans.
But there would
We're
be.
black people.
Yeah, but you understand that free movement of people isn't just restricted to one color. There are persons within the Caribbean who might be from the Caribbean, who were born in the Caribbean, that isn't one color. So just let's
no
not.
problem, but
Let's,
we are the
let's not.
majority.
Okay.
Hear my position. My position is that every black person on the face of the earth should be a citizen of every black country.
But then, how laws work? There are measures in place to ensure that you have transportation of individuals in a way that is manageable, in a way that is in accordance to the migration laws of that particular country. So we still have to work within
that particular country. All these particular countries you're talking about were enslaved people.
So okay, so before you go on, Ross, before you go on, so let me try to understand what you're coming from, because I don't want to assume you're saying that persons should just me trying to understand is not me putting a position for or against free movement. This is me trying to understand. So you're saying that persons should be able to go to any country once it's a country that's predominantly made up of Africans or African descent without any restriction. You just go and you just stay.
Look here, in the EU, they could go to any country
Okay.
I'm in Africa because of the bowling conference. If I'm in Nigeria and I want to go to Ghana, I got to get a visa. I got to understand these things, how these people divided us. And we can't even come to terms.
So
for instance.
So what do you say in relation to protection of borders and all of that? What do you say?
Protection of our borders. Of this one nation. Look, I went to St. Thomas a couple of years ago. And I swear it wasn't thinking it. The multiplications down there. The point I'm making, brother, all these artificial things that our colonizers put us in, they got to go. And that's what they don't want. Imagine you're on the continent of Africa. You're in Kenya, right? And you want to go to Ethiopia. Next door, you got to get a visa. You know, the telephone system in Africa, you know, you have to, in colonial days and even up to recently, the phone call had to go to England and then transfer to the next country. So if I'm making a call to somebody, say in Ghana from Kenya, the call got to go to England.
Oh,
because recently they changed that under Gaddafi.
Okay, so based on your call and based on everything, you're saying that persons should not be restricted in movement. There should be no regulations governing movement of people.
There should be regulations, but we don't want a criminal activity. Because what I'm saying, we have the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, you know. Umoja, right? Means unity, to maintain unity in the family, the nation, and the race. You got to put guidelines. Because what I'm saying that these colonialists has come with the criminality and we people have engaged in it. So anywhere you go, you're going to get good and bad. There's good and bad people everywhere. So what I'm trying to show you is that a lot of these artificial things that the colonialists has put in our midst, they got to go. For instance, let me come here. You know the whole question between Nevis and things between secession. Why do you think it started?
You tell me.
1887. The white people in Nevis wanted secession from them in Thinking. And the historical record said a white man in Nevis said he has inherited the right to hate everything belonging to Thinking. We didn't start it, but we continue in it. So we got to know these things.
And so you're saying that there was a Caucasian individual who started it. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, it started with white people in Nevis.
So were those Caucasians, were they Nevis born? Okay, so we lose that caller. Because, I mean, regardless of the color of someone's skin, if he's talking about, you know, skin color and race and all of that, and he's saying in 1887, then, you know, we have persons who are born in Nevis and they're from, it's not just one race. So you have to be very careful with the views that we express and to not come across as, you know, racial and to guard against racism. So this article that I was reading, we have a caller. Caller, you're live on Island T.
Mr. Gumbs, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
People talking about people used to go cut hair. We know all of that. Time change. Yeah? Long time we used to go Hassan can all them the change. You can't go put people back to that. The people then get 6 months. Look how they abuse the 6 months. How you going to just stay back the country like that? You can't do it. People got rules. You got to work with the 6 months now. When you're going to open the country, these people need to look at long term, not 2 and 3 years from now. It going to backfire on the generation. These people who are coming and born in the train, the train, they're going to come and backfire. It's going to be too much. Who going to defend them? Who going to support them? When we got so much crime already, we got too much and we need to hard time we have to put things together and everybody gonna have to come on the same umbrella because this thing ain't gonna care. The Caribbean, especially these small islands, no way. I thought better than this man. We know the history, that is why we could speak. You can't just hear back the country and the people go go free movement like that. People balling for water, job, house. Where you going house and put these people? We got everything that coming we got. They ain't come invest in a factory now, nothing. We got crime, we got gang, we got pants and bomb and all them kind of thing. That is why I want to go jam up. I think better than him, man. Mr. Gumbs,
yes.
You have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you so much, Carlo. Thank you for your contribution. And as we wind down, I just want to leave this this article here. It says the Bahamas government has reiterated its position that the country will not be part of the free movement of people as efforts continue to possible amendments of the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas that will give a legal basis to the free movement of all CARICOM Caribbean nationals by the end of this month. The RTC governs a 15-member regional integration process, and regional leaders at their recently concluded summit in Guyana received a report of the work being done by the reconstituted intergovernmental task force that has been established to facilitate negotiations for the revision of the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas. The intergovernmental task force is presently focused on an immediate directive given by the regional leaders to propose amendments to the RTC that will give a legal basis to the free movement of all CARICOM nationals. In a statement, NASA said that it wanted to remind the Bahamian public that the Bahamas is not part of CARICOM's single market and economy, and therefore the free movement of people does not apply to the Bahamas. The CSME allows for the free movement of goods, skills, labor, and services across the region, and in the past, CARICOM leaders have agreed to certain categories of workers, including university graduates, benefiting from the free movement aspect of the regime. The free movement of skilled labor entails the right of a CARICOM national to seek work and or engage in gainful employment in all CARICOM member states, with the exception of Bahamas, Montserrat, and Haiti, without the need to obtain a work permit. So, I mean, we could continue on this discussion tomorrow. We have money talks now, and so we conclude Island Tea in preparation for Money Matters. Have a good day.